Good evening and welcome to Thursday Night Refuel at Freedom Biker Church. My name is Leon Waddell, and I'm going to give you a speech tonight. And I really don't think it's a speech; it's words from my heart about why I believe abortion kills. One of the things that is really amazing is when you really stop and think about it. At the end of my 5 to 6 minute speech tonight, there will be 417 abortions performed in the world. That's a statistic from the World Health Organization from 2011. And you may be asking yourself right now, so, what makes you think you can talk about abortion? Well, I'm going to tell you why. I paid for one in 1992 with my girlfriend, Melinda, who was my girlfriend at the time, and now she's my wife. And I thank God for that she is my wife today. But we went to the Chapel Hill Health Center in October of 1992, and we made a decision, and we let that be our dirty little secret. But I'm here to tell you tonight, God has redemptive qualities in anything that you do, because we let that eat at us for 12 years before finally in 2004, we decided that we were going to use this horrible thing that we did to use it for the glory of God. And I'm going to show you some of the redemptive qualities. And one of the things that's important to point out is, even in Genesis 1:26, God points out that He is the giver of life, and He even said that we're made in His image and in His likeness. And in Isaiah 49:1 and 5, it says He knew us before we were born. Stop and really think about that for a minute. He knew us before we were born. And then Job 10:8 through 12 shows us that God gave us life. Jeremiah 1:4 through 5 talks about how God formed us in the womb of our mother. Man, that's a powerful thing when you really stop and think about it. And I even shared this with one of my children this week in Psalm 139:13, where it says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Man, God made us. And here's the thing tonight that I want you to get, is abortion kills defenseless children. Man, that breaks my heart to say that tonight, because I paid for one in 1992. And not to mention the harm to that child, but the emotional and physical and psychological effects that it has, not only on the mom, but on the dad. I can tell you, I thought when I did this in 1992, I thought there was no way this was going to bother me. But it's bothered me for 20 years now, and it still is there. One of the things I want to talk about tonight, you may think I'm crazy, is the positive and negative aspects of abortion. So you may be asking yourself, Leon, what the heck is positive about an abortion? Well, God has redemptive qualities in everything, and what we're going to do today is we're going to discuss the day in the life of a couple as they visit an abortion clinic and what really happens. So here's the real life horror scene in October 16th, 1992. I'm driving, Melinda's in the car, and we're going to Chapel Hill Health Center, and we're getting ready to have an abortion. As you drive into the parking lot, people are yelling and screaming. You've seen this on TV. This is a real life thing, folks. It tears people apart. And here's one of the things that really bothers me, is we made this decision as a lifestyle choice. And here's the thing that will really blow you away. The Alan Guttmacher Institute, which is a pro-choice organization, I might point out, not pro-life, pro-choice, reported that 93.5% of all abortions performed in the U.S. were for reasons other than health. So don't believe the garbage that they're selling us. Today, we would become one of 3,500 people in the U.S. having an abortion. So the second thing is the physical problems that plague the young lady or woman that's having this abortion. Melinda had excessive bleeding and abdominal pain, and the National Abortion Federation Clinical Policy Guidelines published in Washington, D.C. says that there's cervical lacerations, uterine perforations are just one of the many physical things that can happen as a result of an abortion. After this, Melinda had years of bad health. She had 3 miscarriages. She had 6 laparoscopies where they cut you in your navel and they go in and have to try to remedy all these ovarian cysts and things like that. But that's just the beginning of it. The physical is just minor compared to the psychological. The psychological problems, and listen to this, this is the Journal of Child Psychology and Psychiatry, lists depression, suicide, substance abuse, anger, guilt, grief, relationship problems. I'm here to tell you that we experienced every one except suicide. Every single one of those things we faced. Here's one that'll really blow you away. The Zogby International Poll in 2006. 16% of Americans believe abortion should not be legal for any reason. 16% of Americans believe abortion should be legal. 84% of Americans do not agree with abortion for any reason. Sorry, I messed up there. So here, in summary, I want to tell you, here's one thing you can do. Instead of taking the life of that defenseless child, adopt. Gabby, come up here. I want you to meet my daughter, Gabby. Gabby's 14 years old. We adopted her when she was 20 months old. She just came back from Africa, ministering to children in Ethiopia. Imagine if her mom would have aborted her, but no, that didn't happen. And then I want you to introduce you to Hannah. This is my other daughter. She's 12 years old. We had her after all those years of pain. So that's something that I really want you to think about today, is Christians need to wake up. Instead of killing these defenseless children, we need to adopt. I love you. God bless.